So in these two classes, I will explain. I will provide you an introduction of game theory, and then in the other 7 chapters, you will learn how to use mathematics, logical reasoning to solve daily life games. All right. So if you refer back to the handout, all right, so I already explained, we are not just focused on those games which you played when you were young as a kid. All right. So basically, this course will cover games in related to business, sociology. All right. So it's very difficult to use mathematics to analyze those board games. Or I believe all of you know how to play the Chinese or board game, international board game, chess. All right. Are you a good player? We know how to play this game step by step. All right. We just consider the move of next stage. If you consider the move of the next 2 or 3 stages, your move and also move of your opponents, then you are a good player. But for those experts, they consider the move of the next 10 stages. Very, very complex. All right. And also the card game. All right. What do you play bridge? You know what's bridge? Nope. Okay. All right. Video games. We don't consider this. All right. So now we focus on those. I will use the simple game, rock, paper, scissors, ball games, like the tennis, football. All right, as examples. Examinations. All right. So 2 parties, students and the instructor. In this teaching environment, we are playing a game. All right. So the war games. So we're talking about 2 nations, U.S. and also Iraq. You know the Iraq, all right, a country in the Middle East. Okay, we're talking about this, and also the investment game. So games related to these topics will be covered in this course. Now, to conduct the game or analyze the game, we assume all players are rational. Okay, and also active players. What does it mean, active player? Once we know the strategies chosen by your opponent, the other party, then you have to react how to change your actions, your response, hopefully to get the best return. Go back to this examination game. Now I tell you, this course is challenging. The exam is also challenging. You know my actions. What will be your response? If you are rational, then you will spend more time on revisions, spend more time to prepare for your exam in order to get the best result. All right. But if you are rational, you know my actions. What will you do? Go away. All right. So we assume all players are rational. All players wish to achieve their aims. So here we consider the 2 objectives. If the payoffs are profit, then the players wish to choose the best actions, strategies, in order to maximize the profit. If the output is the code, then the players or the decision maker should choose the best actions to reduce the cost as low as possible. All right. So again, we have to determine the choices of the players. These are the strategies, usually more than one, two or more. All right. Outcomes is three possible outcomes. When we're talking about those competitive games, zero-sum games, then one winner, the other one should be the loser. All right. It's possible the outcome is a win-win situation if they can cooperate. All right. So both can get the best return. That's a win-win situation. Go back to this examination game. Two parties. Can we consider this game, examination game, is a zero-sum game? If a student passed the exam, obtain a good result, then the student is a winner, right? Does it mean that the teacher is a loser? No. All right. It's possible to obtain this outcome. Teachers are happy to see all students receive a good grade. We don't want to fail you. That's a win-win situation. Okay. The outcome is a lose-lose situations. Or later you will come to this situation, mutual destruction. You know mutual destruction? Let me provide you an example. $100 shared by two, 80. All right. A make the division, divide it, and B makes it. All right. Suppose A make this division, 39.9 to A, $0.1 to B. Okay. A make this divisions. So A keep $99.9 and just keep $0.1 B. Okay. B make the decision, accept the division or reject. So if B accept the division, B receives 0.1. If B reject, then both receive nothing. All right, because if B do that, this division then B cannot select the divisions, and then both it B. The question is, what normally, what is the response on B? Reject. Then both receive 0, right? Nothing. There's a mutual destruction. Because B consider this division is unfair. All right. Why A keep $99.9 and I just received $0.1? But if B is fractional, $0.1 is better than nothing, right? But normally, in the reality, in real life, B consider this division is unfair, although B will receive $0.1. B will reject the division and both will receive nothing. There's a lose. Okay. Is it possible to have a win-win situation? A make the division, right? And B make the choice, yes. Will you make this division? You are eight, you are eight, right? You make the division. Okay. So it's possible to obtain this outcome. That's a win-win situation. So if A make a fair division, so each party, A and also B, receive equal share, then probably B will be happy to accept this division. That's a win-win situation. All right. So the outcome depends on the strategy chosen by all players. Right here. The outcome depends on how A make the division. Also, the outcome depends on how B. So, also, the outcome is associated with players' interest. Also, okay. So, in real life, we are talking about the strategic interdependence. Once A big choice, big choose the strategy that will affect the response B, and also affect really benefit of the other thing. There's a strategic independence. So independence that means the interdependence, what a person does affects the well-being of others. Okay, that's the key. No matter which division A, that affect B and will affect the outcome. Consider this example. I'm going to show you a video. So this is the penalty kick example. So two players. There's a striker. There's the goalie. All right. So here is the a penalty kick situation. With the goalie. So I make the example easy. The striker, the penalty kick taker, can take the ball this side or this side, just make it simple, left or right. Okay, but of course the kicker can make it right, top, middle, bottom. All right, so here, top, middle, or bottom, or the middle. All right, but now just simplify the example. The goalie can move to the left hand side or right hand side. If both players, the kicker and the goalie, move choose the same directions, what's the consequence? If both kicker choose the left hand side, and the goalie also choose the same directions, then the goalie can make safe the goal. But if both choose different directions, all right, well, if the kicker choose left and the goalie choose right, then the kicker, all right, makes score. Depends on the skill of goalie. Also depends on the skills of. Okay, if the goalie can save a team, his team very very. If the kicker can successfully score, then the whole team, talking about 10 other players, coach, the assistants, whole team will be very happy. So the feeling of the players, the well-being of depends on choice of these two things. So it's very simple example, a short video. So two teams. Or if you like football, British soccer, then you should know these two teams. Or the Chelsea, all right, and also Liverpool. So this is the football FA Cup final. After finishing after the regular time, the score is even. So the outcome of this final was decided by the penalty kick. All right. So I just show you the last two kicks. Chelsea player. Now he is going to take the penalty kick. The goalie of Liverpool. So this kicker can choose left hand side or right hand side. The goalie also can choose left hand side or right hand side. They have to make the decision at the same time. Consider this is a significant move. All right. Basically, the kicker will be labeled for 2 seconds, but still consider this is a significant moving. All right. So we choose the same side. So they choose the same side, right side. So the goalie successfully saved it. Now, and the score of the Chelsea. Very up, very right. The last game. So at this time, Liverpool player took the penalty kick, and the Chelsea goalie can choose left hand side or right hand side. So now both players choose different sides. The Liverpool player choose the left side, and the Chelsea goalie choose the right side. So the Liverpool player successfully scored. Now check the score of the two teams. Very happy. The whole team very happy. Um, this is the response of Chelsea play. Very upsetting. So this is an example of strategic interdependence. The action chosen by you will affect the others. Okay. So another example. Two kids, one boy, one girl. Rip and Marcia. So here is the storage. So the boy and the girl arrive at the museum, all right, or the supermarket or a large shopping mall, all right. But are later separated. So because the boy's cell phone or smartphone battery is dead, so that means these two cases cannot connect. So here is the shopping mall or museum. There's a shop here. The one boy here, the girls here. All right. They cannot. What's the doing? They want to meet again. So the boy will think, all right, what would I go if I were Monsieur? That means the boy will think what action will be taken by the girl, the other player. All right. Similarly, if you play the chess game, you make a move, but you have to think, if I make this move, what will be the response of the other player? The girl also have the same thought. So the girl, Monsieur, will think, what will I go if I will? Okay. And then move on. Then boy will think, what does Monsieur think? The girl think about where I will go. What about my teachers? Similarly, the girl will have the same thought. Furthermore, then the boy will think, what does the girl think about what I think? The girls have the same thought. So there's a change of infinite regret because the situation will continue. But we need to use some method to break these regressions. At some time, at some stage, consider myself. Suppose my wife and myself separated in the shopping mall. My wife will think, what my action? My response. She knows. If we are separated, then I will go home. She knows I will not spend time with her. She knows this. And I think my wife knows me. If we are separated, I will go home. So my wife will not spend time to find me. That's the game. If we do not know the action of the others, then we continue this game. Another example, all right. Two players, all right. So attending players versus the goalkeeper. So each player has two choices. And we know these two players are rational players. These two players want to win the game. And this is a typical zero-sum game. One winner and the other one is, all right, the win-win situation and the lose-lose situation do not exist in this game. So the outcome, these two players have different choices, the left-hand side and the right-hand side, all right? So what that's the normal outcome. If two players have different choices, directions, then the attacking players, the or the kicker, the penalty kicker win, all right? But also depending on the player's physical skill. So later in the chapter 4, we will use mathematics to analyze this game, all right? And if two players have the same choice, then the goalie may win, all right? So to win in simultaneous decisions, setting two players think like the change of infinite regret. The goalie will think which direction taken by goalie. And the goalie will think which direction the kicker. All right. So let's move back to this example. So paper, rock, scissors. Again, two players. If there are three players, can they play this game? More than two players. Well, if there's one player, we don't have to analyze the game. If there are two players, yes, the two players can play this game. If there are three players, can they play this game? Four players? Yes. Even for 22 or 35 students, still can play this game. But again, we simplify this paper, rock, scissors game, two players only. And these two players are rational. They have to make the decision simultaneously, same time. we have the rule. Paper beats rock. Rock beats scissors. And scissors beat paper. Okay. So two players are going to play this game. Then the first player should think, what is the choice of the other player? If I were the other player, then what will be the choice? The other player will have the same point. All right. Again, the infinite or infinite regress occur. How to break these chain? One Japanese cartoon. There are two characters. One is Ding Dong, the cat. The other one is Dai, the owner. All right. You know that the cat cannot play scissors. The cat cannot play game. All right. The cat can play rock only. Dai Hong, the other character, owner of this cat, know that. Because the only choice of the cat does rock. That's explain why Dai Hong always wins. Because Dai Hong, this character, no. The cat will play rock. This cat cannot choose the other two characters, paper or scissors. In order to have to be the winner, Dai Hong always play paper. But in the real life, you can choose any one of these three characters. Paper, rock. The other player can also choose one of these three characters. Then the question is, how to break this chain? So another example. So if you have time, then you can check this movie from internet. All right. So there's the Princess Bride. So we're talking about a part of this movie. There's a battle of wits. So consider three characters: the prince, or the princess, the prince, and also the witch. All right. So the outcome, the reward, is the princess. All right. So two players, the prince and the witch, Basile and master. So again, they play this game, a battle of wits, and the winner can save the princess. All right. If the witch wins, then the princess will be won by the witch. We consider princess is the outcome of the war. All right. On the output of the handout, you can check the dialogue between the two players. Then the background story of these are examples. So two rational players. Recently, the prince to kidnap the princess. And Wesley, the prince will save the princess. And you may consider that two cups here or two cups. So the prince will put some poison, one or the other. All right. And now essentially the prince will choose one of the two. The prince with the divisions put the poison in one. And then now essentially we make a choice. Choose the left hand side one or the right hand side one. So here is the dialogue between the two parties. Here. Again, the infinite regress, the chain of infinite regress occur. So now we check this movie, see how these two fail with this thing. So the place will put the poison in one of the two parts. We have it quickly. Cái kia ta là cái thứ phát đó. All right. Who make the correct decision? Vasily or Patrick? Die. Why? I mean, you suggest three or Vasily make a wrong choice, right? Other split. Very interesting. Yes, true. It's a vibe, but the winner is a prince. All right. But doesn't mean that the city make the wrong choice. Maybe it's a matter of which cut. The right side one or the left side one. Chosen by Wesley will be the winner. But Sydney, because in both cups, there's one. That's simple. So the prince education. All right. So consider these are classroom experiments. The jackpot, the reward is not much. $10. So the jackpot is $10. Right. So two students, A can either choose pick off or share. All right. The other student, B, all right, can also choose pick off or share. So if both students choose share, then each student will get $10. Each one will get $10. If one student choose pick off, the other student choose share, then the pick off student will receive all $20. If both students choose pick off, then both will get nothing. $20 for lunch. Right? So before making decisions, either to pick off or share, the two players can negotiate and make the agreement. All right. So they can agree. Both. Right. So there's a best. Each one can get $10. So next, before making their decisions, all right. So student A will think, what will I choose if I were B? Although they have already negotiated, make the agreement, but they have to make the decision, make the choice independently. And student B will think, what would I choose if I were A? All right. And a student A will think, what does B think about what I would choose? And a student B will think, what does A think about what I would choose? And then furthermore, student A will think, what does B think about what I think about B would choose? And similarly here. So again, and infinite regress occur. How to break this chain? So I need two students to conduct this experiment, and that's the jackpot by lunch. So if both students choose take all, I will not have lunch. If so if both students choose share, I don't have the money. But if both students choose take all, I can keep the $20 for my lunch. So any volunteer? Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Don't worry, we can play this game twice. Go outside. Yes, and make your negotiations. Remember, if the one choose take all and the other one choose share, then the one choose take all will get $20. I let them. Who will play in the second round? Anyone? Yes. How about boys? Yes. Just play the paper, rock, and scissors. See who is the winner. Yes. Okay. Next time. Okay, come on. So both students will make the choice. Do you still take? Yes. Okay. Check it out. I know. Okay. Because both students choose share. Yes. They negotiate. They make the agreement. Right? So probably both students agree. They all come out. Come my boy. But that's the deal. Well, that's my deal. Give me back the $10 and then you can share the $20. All right. One is smaller, one is larger. Hold on. All right. So what you both have to negotiate, right, and make the agreement so they make the choice. The question is, both players for these two rounds, both players can make this agreement. Importantly, they honor the agreement. All right. We're talking about not $20, $2 million. The winner can get $2 million. The loser will get 7. If they both players choose share, each one just get $1 million. The big difference, right? Now, can we what we share? Okay, how about you? You will choose take on self because you wish to maximize the return as high as possible. All right, the maximum return is 2 million. There are 3 possible outcomes. All right, one to these experiments, let's go to the first outcome. Players both choose one. So each one will get report. Right? So consider this TV show. All right. Again, 2 players. This time, these 2 players can choose split. All right. And also steal. So just like a pick or share. The jackpot is $13,000 of British pounds. All right, 13,000 British pounds. So roughly about 130,000 Hong Kong dollars. All right. So the outcome similar to the classroom example. So if both contestants choose split, then share. Then the jackpot is split equally between them, and they go home with half or 50% of the jackpot. If one contestant choose split and the other one choose steal, like here, pick all, and the other one choose steal, then the student go home with all the jackpot, and the splitter will get nothing. If both contestants choose steal, then both go home empty-handed. So it's very famous TV show, right? So here again is presented in a normal form. So next chapter you learn how to construct the normal form of the game. 2 players, contestant A and contestant B. Each one has 2 options: split and also split. Each player can choose one of these 2 options. The output, if both choose split, and they equally share the jackpot. both players will obtain 6,800 pounds. If the one contestant choose sale and the other contestant choose split, then the one choose sale will receive your entire jackpot, 30,600 pounds. And the one choose split will receive nothing. Similarly, if both players choose sale, then both players can have. This is a normal form. Okay. So, right? If both students choose pick away, yes, there's a different kind, right? So now the how both students go out to choose there, right? The one of the main out, right? But in reality, here. So here they create a dynamic. Although they negotiate, they set the agreement, set the dynamic. Can I trust the other thing? Try to see this here. Students, they trust each other. Because I know that wholeheartedly, all four students, through their negotiation, they decide, all right, they trust the other player to keep the promise. Therefore, it's very high, not $40. It's 40,000 pounds, roughly 400,000 Hong Kong dollars. This outcome will explain your query. Now they depreciate, start to depreciate. The lady make it over. Gentlemen agree. Yeah, this person, you have checked the Bible, right? He promised to choose the end. This person broke the that this is the trust I learned. All right. This lady trust this person chooses script. All right. And then actually share. And yeah, this person choose and get the best payoff. All right. Continue. Let's continue these movies. And also we are talking about inner senses. The spirit is the sport of these relating and dependent by the choice. Yeah, right. The other part, is yeah, the other two things. This time the jackpot is smaller, that's of 30,600 pounds. So let us keep the rule. Okay, these two players start to negotiate and hopefully can make the agreement. Very interesting dialogue. Agree, agreement. They make the choice. They both choose split. Basically, this is 11 point. 11 point. Now let's check back the over made by Nick. Yeah, yeah. Nick make this over. Or Nick will choose Steve. And ask everyone choose Steve. All right. Then Nick will receive 30,000. And Nick offers give 50% of the jackpot to him. And this per trust. After the game, the winner will get 10. So that's another level of trust. The first level, they agree. The previous outcome, both agree to share, right? And one thing that we are trusted by that. The second part, the work, each person trust the other one after receiving the record and he 50% of the record. That's another level. So let's continue this game. The third possible outcome. Again, one they play this game. So again, let's move keep the group. The check was even higher, 66,000 plus. The jackpot is much higher, 66,000 pounds. Again, the two players choose one of the two golden balls. Also check the balance. Also the agreement. Both three to choose the spring. Check it out. Both agree to choose the spring. This is an example of trust level. So let's go back to the normal form of this game. So In the first one, this is one of the 4 outcomes, right? A big agreement before making the choice. The one broke the agreement and choose steel, and then the woman choose a spring. Well, the women get nothing, and get this. In the second part of the video, both choose spring, right? Then here, consider this case because one of the 2 players promised after winning the whole jackpot to share or give 50% of the jackpot to the other player. The best choice of contestant B. No matter they choose split or still at the end, Abraham can get 50% of the jackpot. The worst outcome, both players look at the winner. Both agree to choose still as a split. Equally share. Unfortunately, both players broke the agreement. Both players choose still. Both players. Okay. So in reality, the point is, and you trust the other to honor. The answer is no. No. Players always, I always, win. All right. So in this course, all right, you come across to this game in real life. Iraq. All right. So what in history that the Galileo, you know this person? Galileo. In the middle age, or roughly 200 to 300 years ago, people believe Earth is a plate. Plate. That's the Earth. Catholic Church, a very powerful part, also believe the Earth is a Galileo. These questions. At that time, introduced a theory. The Earth is not the Earth is a spirit. Now we know that it's fact, right? But at that age, the church believes the Earth is a plane mechanically provide a new theory. So the Catholic Church or consider Gary give a false information. Nothing. All right. And Gary was persecuted by the Catholic Church. So we talk about these things. All right. So at the end of the handout, you can find the background information of these 2 cases. The war in the Middle East and also the game, all right, or the situations of between the Catholic Church and Gary. So here is the price matching guarantee. In the real life, or retailer firms always give these or promotional information. Or the Best Buy allows steps one retailer allows these online. If you are about to buy at a Best Buy, all right, store, and discover a lower price than ours, let us know and we'll match that price on your spot. So if you are planning to buy material from Taobao, most of the retailer, they give this statement, all right? If you discover a lower price from the other sellers, then we can match the difference. Other retailer make this promotional information. If you have seen a lower advertising price from another local store with the same item, identical item in stock, we want to know about it, bring it to our attention, and we'll gladly beat their price by 10% of the difference. Both retail shops give this a promotional state offer. The question is, can the consumer spend less to buy products? In the real life, not necessarily. Quite often, consumers, buyers, will spend more to buy. All right. So later we'll come back to this game. So what the other games, all right, that we more about the weapons of mass destruction. All right. So this war happened in 2003, roughly 21 years ago. So Iraq decided to acquire or not to acquire weapons of mass destructions, all right, nuclear weapons, that kind of weapons, which are boycotted by the United Nations. At that time, this party was led by the US. The United Nations decided whether to request inspections. So let the go for inspections, and if the United Nations decide to have the inspections, then Iraq, these nations, will make the decision. Let the UN to inspect or not let the UN to inspect. All right. So if such weapons are of mass destruction weapons are found, then the United Nations impose sanctions on the government. So again, we'll talk about this game. This is a sequential move game. So consider these two parties, Iraq and also United Nations. They make decisions sequentially. First, Iraq must decide fulfill mass destruction weapons. Okay, and then United Nations will make the decision to take the inspection or not to make the inspection. Once the United Nations make the decision, go for an inspection, then go back to the Iraq, let the UN make the inspection or not. This is important. And then we have to check it out. But if you check the information from people, no matter Iraq fulfill or not fulfill the mass destruction weapon, UN secondary, no matter the UN cover any mass destruction weapons or not. All right. So again, in the handout, you can see the situation. But anyway, we come back to this, or in chapter 7, all right, when we're talking about the sequential move game. Generally, okay. So when we're talking about the games, so basically for the golden ball game, parties can cooperate, but unfortunately, with one of two of the outcomes, players they make their agreement by the end they go. So for cooperative games, players do not form any relation or groups, right? to achieve the best return. We are talking about simultaneous division game. So this part will be covered in chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the sequential move game will be covered in chapter 6 and chapter 7. Cooperative game will be covered in chapter 8. So consider this case. So a pack of meat costs $10. If a consumer buys 2 packs, the second pack costs $50. All right, 50% discount for the second pack. And Albert has $7 and cannot buy a pack of meat. And the Beta can has $10 and can buy 1 pack of meat only. So can these 2 players cooperate? Well, for this case, trust dilemma does not occur. Right? So if Alpha and Beta form a coalition, a group, we have the same target, then they can spend $15, all right, to buy 2 packs of meat. So 2 questions. How should Alpha and Beta make their contributions? Alpha has $7. Beta has $10. The total amount required to buy 2 packs of meat just $15. So Alpha gives $6 and Beta gives $9. So total is 6 plus 9, $15. Buy 2 packs. Or Beta can argue, if I don't support you, all right, you cannot get anything. So you should give $7. And then I give $8. All right. And then again, the total amount is $15, enough to buy 2 packs. So the first question, how should the 2 players make the contributions? And then once they bought the meat, and then how should these 2 players share resources equally? Are you sure? If Alpha give $1 less, $6, and Beta give $9, give $1 less. So they like, if they equally share sources, but it's quite happy. If you were Beta, we consider this is heavy. I give $9. If one. If I just spend $10, I think it's one. If you were B, then certainly if you are rational, then you will expect more than 1. How much more? So the response. Okay. Well, there's one response possible, but we have to check each game theory, check how they divide it. This is not even the one in the normal situation. The one contributing to get it. Just logic. All right, come on. Yes, but B can get one pack. But A would get nothing. But A will not get nothing. You get nothing. So suppose you need something to make your opinion. What you do. So you perform to B. Please get some meat, some part of the not necessary, but the whole pack. also be three quarters. All right. All right. So you learn how to do it. It's fair. It's fair. So here, okay, in any game, rational players behave for their self-interest. That's the key. Self-interest, and then hopefully you get the best benefit. All right. Robert is maximum. Four. It's more self. We are not talking about self. It's self. So at the end, that's the conclusions. So next class, I will explain how to use game theory to break the infinite regression state and find the best solution to interactive or interdependence situations. And the best solution is 11 point. Just 11 point. All right. To honor the economists, to discover these 11 points. So, generally speaking, we use these curve. Now, Professor Lars discovered this point. So, for the whole curve, I will use this curve. Now, then that's point. That's point. Okay. So, for the Thursday class, all right. So, I to find the part all classrooms, right? One simple file. So, please quickly download and save the file. So, the next class, I will use classroom exercise to explain how to construct the normal form. All right. So you can find the file from it. Save, download, and save the file. Okay. Okay, thank you.